You're right. Small letter, right? Small letter. Okay, so that we can achieve results, I will not be able to go round. Now, if you are writing your A, Z, you are writing your small letter. There's no board. Okay.
You have to write capital letter.
Now, I see some people, just don't worry, you'll be fine. I see some people writing their small letter A like this. Have you seen something like this?
Yeah. Just like arts.
Yes.
If you want to write arts.
Your small letter A is supposed to be curve and what? Yeah, stroke. Curve and stroke. Thank you. Curve and stroke. And that's why I said the foundation of calligraphy is go back to basics. Now, this is what I'll tell mothers amongst us, and even singles. Your children's handwriting. When you get back, it sounds funny. Your children's handwriting textbooks. Go back and revisit. It will refreshing our memory. It will remind us of how. Thank you, ma'am. You're really the best. I prefer the best. It will remind us of how to write all those. And aside from that, some of us, because of marital issues, we have forgotten A to Z. We are laughing. We have forgotten A to Z. And yet, we want to write well. So in the process of writing happy anniversary, you will now write HAPY. You see why I'm saying you have to go back to basics. Go back to how you started. Now, if you are not, I'm here to encourage somebody. If you are here and probably for whatever reason, you've not been privileged to go to school, go and learn your A to Z. Why I'm saying you should go and learn is because it's the foundation. That you are not privileged does not mean you cannot work on yourself. And even if your handwriting is bad, forget it. At the end of this principle, you understand how to write like a pro. Is that clear? Yes. So the first rule is what?
Go back to the basics.
The first rule is what?
Go back to the basics.
I want to quickly write A to Z. Now, rule number two. Rule number two. I see people trying to write on a cake, and they are trying to write cursive. Cursive. I will explain. That's why I said we needed a book. Write it. Now, I want to write my Y. This is Y, right? Now, I'm not writing Y like this. Oh, I'm writing my Y like this. This is called C1. Or I'm trying to write like this. Yes, this is the normal. This one is possible. Now, when you're starting out, the second rule is what? Not say it. Just separate. The second rule is write on a straight line. And we're going to focus on that today. The third one, don't worry, I'll come back and explain, is manage your space. The fourth one, control your pressure. Control your piping pressure. The fifth one, starts with a full stop and end with a full stop. The sixth one and the seventh one. Let me give you
one, man.
Start with a full stop and end with a full stop. So the sixth and seventh, let me make small money with that. Let that one be for Sean. Thank you. I'm forced to tell you the sixth one now. Wow. When you're writing, now let's look up. Now you know you can write using different frosting. You can use your buttercream, you can use your royal icing, you can use your chocolate, you can use your
Gel.
You can't use whipped cream.
You can use this piping gel.
Yes. Okay, piping gel you can use, but be careful. Applying the smell. So, for this class we'll be using buttercream. Ensure that the consistency of the buttercream you are using is running. Okay. I'll explain. By the time you go practical now, I'll explain. Ensure it's running. The reason is because if it's frosted, you have serious challenge writing. There are three consistencies in buttercream. Can you mention it? Let's just ensure that the consistency is running. When you pipe it like this, please, what time is it? I should not bother. So that Atana will say, "Sure, we don't come here again." Okay. When you pipe it like this, ensure it's running, not watery. If it's watery, your writing will smell. You now see marks of your writing on your button on your cake. Same with royal icing. Ensure the consistency is not too thick, is not too thin. Hope it's clear.
Yes.
We'll go practical soon. So the next one I mentioned was
the sixth one.
That's the sixth one. That's the
seventh one.
Practice and practice.
Thank you. This is one man.
So let's do it together. Seat number one.
Go back to the basics.
Seat number one.
Right on the straight line.
Seat number two.
Right on the straight line.
Seat number two. Seat number two.
Right on the straight line.
Seat number two.
Right on the straight line.
Seat number two.
Right on the straight line.
Seat number one.
Go back to the basics.
Seat number two.
Right on the straight line.
Seat number three.
Manage your space.
Seat number three.
Manage your space.
Seat number three.
Manage your space.
Seat number four.
Control by pressure.
Pressure. You said pressure. Pressure. Pronounce pressure.
Pressure.
Seat number four.
Control your piping pressure.
Seat number four.
Control your piping pressure.
Seat number five.
Start with a full stop and end with a stop.
Seat number five.
Start with a full stop and end with a full stop.
Seat number six.
Ensure your consistency
Ensure your consistency is running, not watery. Tip number seven.
Practice and practice and practice and practice.
So please, we are going practical now. We are going practical. Please, can I have the volunteer?
My volunteers.
Okay. Yes.
One house needs to include this class.
Hello, ma'am. Okay, there's no guy among us. Hello, mama.
Am I again?
I think one of the things that will help us is when we have perfect decorum. Trust me, we'll go out. If they are able to do theirs and it's still within time, I will call for other volunteers. Now, the first thing I'm going to ask them to do is they will write before we start. And they will now see their writing after. So while they are writing, visualize it. Be writing in your mind. I'm telling you, it will get to a time where, as soon as you master your calligraphy, anywhere you are going, you see a kind of font. Now, calligraphy also has to do with your fonts, and that's why we are unique in our own way. I don't want to delve into buttercream, but somehow we need it. Now, in our piping techniques, please let's read this. In our piping techniques, when we are writing, when you want to pipe your shell, you pipe your shell on what degree? Good. Okay? Jesus. If you want to pipe your shell, no, let's be real now. If you understand our piping techniques, let's wave our hands. Oh my father. It's okay. I'm trying to explain and not eat into my time. Now, if you want to pipe the shell, you pipe your shell on 45 degrees. You can also pipe your shell on 90, depending on how you handle. Now, some of us, we write like this. Some of us write like this. Now, some of us write like this. Yes. If you write like this, you are writing on 90. If you write like this, can we see the board? Now, if you write like this, you see that I'm writing straight. Yes. Now, I can decide to write like this. Bent. We are not. No. We are not somebody. We are not. Now, some of us write like this, straight like this. Okay, write. Just write something on your book. Mama, you are writing on, hello ma, you are writing on 90. 90. Slants. 90. Good. I love the fact that because you need to understand how you write. It also guides your what? Piping. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. Understand how you write. I write on 45. Because of practice and consistency, I can write on 90. Now, on Instagram, I've seen some our senior bakers write on 90. How many of us go AY? AY writes on 90. Trendy writes on 90. Some on 45. I can write both ways, on 45 and 90. What I'm saying is try not to copy anybody. Understand the techniques behind whatever you want to do, and then have your uniqueness. Write your own way. And if your handwriting is bad, leave it. It's not about your handwriting. Understand your handwriting can be bad, and you write skillfully on a key. Is that clear? Yes. So to write now, either way, starting out, you can actually write without a nozzle. But we always advise people that when you're starting out, try to write using a nozzle. With time, you outgrow it. I know Luke Clark will come. I know she will come. Once she has seen a show, will be coming for calligraphy. I know she will come. You're welcome. Now my God is so you can see, this woman, Alaja, so stop me by. I was saying something. Right? Yes. But you don't want, please, if you're starting out, it's good you write with nozzle. So I came with nozzle. You can use your nozzle 3, you can use your nozzle 4, you can use your nozzle 5, you can use your nozzle 2, depending on the size of what? Your cake. As time goes on, the more you practice, you can write with any nozzle. The only difference is you just control your pressure. But starting out, you are okay with nozzle 3 and 4. Is that clear? Yes. Can we continue? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Look at the consistency of this buttercream. This is thick.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, can we feel the texture?
I'm coming.
Ma'am, please, can we use a writing nozzle? You know they said that one too.
Writing, which of the writing?
That very fine one.
Can you That's one, two, three, and four. Is that already me?
Yes, press me. That very kind. It depends on.
Do we know round nozzle?
Yeah.
That's writing nozzle.
That's various sizes.
They are in different sizes.
That's small.
Yes. I think I came here with three.
Go move back with this.
I think it's this like that.
You go move back.
Now I'm gonna tin my buttercream now. This is thick. Okay. I have 40. How many minutes do I have? Who many leader?
Let's
So what I'm going to do now is, with this consistency, I'm going to with this consistency, I'm going to tin it. I'm going to tin it. It will not become watery. I have 10 minutes more.
Oh, 10 minutes. Mark, continue.
I'm not the authority. But don't worry, you'll be fine.
Last.
Just ensure that your consistency is light. Let me. Have you opened the mouth? So they're trying to cut the piping bag. Dada, please, how many minutes do I have?
Right on.
I should have continued, Daddy.
What piping
Tip 4.
all of them.
Yes, sir. Just write, yes, write happy birthday, whatever you want to write, just write it on the board. Please, don't worry, just write. No, don't panic, just write. Put it down. She wrote this, she tried, right? Yes. Now, we are going back to the roots.
Sit down.
Now, We are going somewhere. Now, listen. No. There is no. No, listen. There is no. She's not. It's because I followed those 7 rules. That's just the difference. Now we want to start one after the other. This is my cake. This is a size 12 board. I assume I have a size 9 cake on it. Now I have just this space. The first rule is what? Go back to basics. Now, can we check all their age? They got all their bases right. I've seen it here. They got all their bases right. Now the second rule is what? Right on a straight line. Is she right on a straight line? No. Not really. Is she right on a straight line? Yes. Not really. Not really. Now, is she right on a straight line? Yes. So please, we are in the practical session now. I will talk. Let's just watch them. Oh, yeah. Let's start. So my own, I wrote on a straight line, right? Yes. It depends on the angle at which you are looking at it. Let me back myself. I wrote on a straight line. Let's start. You see why when I told the manager that I would have loved everyone to come with their piping bag. Calligraphy is best understood when it's practical. See, those people have to practice. And there are times online classes will help, but sincerely for calligraphy, on-site is the best. Because there are things I will explain to you, there are things I will ask you to do almost immediately. One of the rules is to write using a thin consistency, and that is a rule here. Don't shiver. Quickly, a quick one. Now, one of the rules, did I say support your nozzle? No. Okay. Rule number 8. I don't do too much. Okay, rule number 8. Before number 7, write support your nozzle. Now, when you're writing, now, support your nozzle. Now, the essence of doing that is if you like that, you can see this excess. Now, when you start with the first step, this excess is out. This excess is out. You understand? So, because this is not really professional, so you start with the shoulder, you start with the full stop, and end with the full stop. And when you are pressing, is control your pressure. Don't press it too much. Press the one you can use per time. When you press it too much, look at when I press this too much, look at what it will give me. So press it. The first basis is out. The second one is support your nozzle. I'm supporting my nozzle for beginners. Now, while supporting my nozzle, I'm deliberate about writing on the straight line. I'm not adding cursive. Don't put any curve for now. What we want to achieve here today is, let me see how I can write on a straight line. neatly. And if you can write on a straight line neatly, you are good to go. Don't add any. So that's what I'm trying to ask them to do now. That they're trying to go back to basics. They're writing their A to Z, capital letter and small letter for 2 minutes. They'll write their small letters for 2 minutes. Then we'll continue from there. Continue.
Support your notes.
Now, if you're starting out, you realize that it's possible your letters are not straight. My daughter will say shaky. It's not straight. Don't worry. The more you practice, the better you become. This is what you do. When you're writing, they're actually following the rules. When you're writing, have your 2D lines in mind. I just want them to do this before we go. How many minutes do I have? 40 minutes. Time up. 10. Okay.
Yes.
So which of the rules are they following? Writing on a straight line.
Supporting
Supporting their notes.
Start with stop and use it for stop.
That one is straight. That one is not straight.
She tries.
You see, you get right with that.
And you are confident now.
Okay, because of time, now we want to apply. Wow. Yes. Try, right? Please let's appreciate her. You know, sitting down and judging somebody. Now, the next thing we want to do now, we want to apply one of the rules. Another rule is management of what? Space. Now, this is the size 12 board. Yeah. Now, my cake is size 9. This is size 12, this is size 9. Now, don't forget that I will have borders round the size 9. It's good they judge us. Let them judge us. Although
She didn't
our
start
writing is still
shaky.
Don't worry. That's
Well
done. Now, here is my border. But now we even frost the cake without any border. Now, I have a border here. So I want to write my happy birthday. So when it comes to management of space, you need serious calculation.
Yeah.
And that's why you see some people, they want to write happy birthday. This whole place is happy already. No space for birthday. No space for anniversary. I don't know, probably it's because of the the anniversary will now be small, or one letter is trying to find a way of do it. So this is what you do. This is what you do. Now, when you want to write now, I have given this space. The first thing I will do is I will now think. My happy, I will not put my happy here. If I put my happy here, I will have challenge with my birthday. No, we want to write Acabado to the world. That's what we want to write. That's what we want to write. Now, management of space requires what? A level of calculation. If I write Acabado here, to the world will suffer. Abi?
Yeah.
So where will I start? Acabado to the world. Now, when I'm writing, I follow all the rules. Rule number one, I know my letters. I know my letters. See, don't go and spell anniversary wrongly in the name of it's a mistake. And that's why before writing, I always advise you, write it on the paper, write it down. And if there are names you don't understand, write those names down first. Learn the spelling. Because once you write, God helps you, you are writing white or red. Even when it gets frosted, that stain will be there.
Yes.
So, we are writing Acabado to the wall. Now they are writing it, they are following the rules. I will guide them. Okay. We are combining capital letter and small letter. Okay. Look at this now. Acabado, the perfect finishing. And the customer is saying, that is what I want you to write on a cake.
Size 9.
On a size 7 cake. You know what that means? I will just drop, I can still manage size, I will just drop this one and look for the size 3 and write. Not tiny. But if you are able to control your pressure, you can write with any nozzle. Okay, this one I'll do. Don't use the size 10. Don't use the size 10 for now. I think I should have about 5 minutes more. But don't worry. I will go there. Don't worry. I can't have the management. That's it. Can you see that? Now look at my hand. I want to write my whole body is now. My straight line. Please, if you are quiet, you hear me. I want to write Acabado to the world, following my rules. I know my letters. I've gone back to pages. I want to write in a straight line. I want to manage my space. I'm writing with a full stop. I want to end with a full stop. What again? I'm controlling my pressure. Now I want to write Acabado to the world in between here. Now this is my name. I'm not adding any posting now. Now this is a guide. Usually this is what I do. This A here will guide me for the straight line. Hey. Okay. I will explain later. This A here. So if I'm writing my C should be between here and here. Remembering my 2D lines, my small letters. Now I'm trying to manage my space at the same time. I'm controlling my pressure at the same time. Yes, exactly. So let's go. Okay. Right? My pitch is start from here. Right? That's true.
3 minutes to go.
Yes. So you can see this A is my guide. Yes. Now my D. I'm not adding any courses. Yes. I'm just writing normally without any effort. My O. Is my Acabado on the straight line? Yes. You can replicate it now to the world. like that. Then you hold. O is between here and here. My arm is between here and here. My wall.
The L is the same with the W.
W. And that's why to go back to how you write your capital letters and oral small activity.
The choice.
So write manage your space. Manage your space. Focus your nose.
Ma, please, how do we identify fonts with writing?
Writing, we have different fonts in writing. And I think I explained, that's why we are unique. That's why we are different. Now, the more you practice, you realize that a particular font identifies with you. Once they see this writing, they know, your brand name.
Dotman.
Dotman. They know, this is Dotman's writing. Women leader. Sign off.
So, ma, like someone said now that we can download. Yes. When you download, how do you copy to write? When you download, you look at
when
it.
you download, practice. When you download, before downloading, be yourself first. Follow those rules. Sorry, ma'am. Now listen, with the rules I just shared, starting out, she was unable to write the word managing her space. Acabado to the wall. Following the rules. She started with a full stop. Okay, did I explain starting with a full stop and ending with a full stop? Yes. Now, the essence of starting with a full stop is this. At times you are writing. Mama, you finish. At times you are writing. I want to write my A. I want to write my A. And you are seeing a kind of leftovers here. No, it's not me. So you start like this. Look at my hand. You clean this. Can you see the difference? Then, so you start this way and end, sorry. Necessarily they are following the rules here. Mama, come and finish. Look at us. Let's see. You can see they have different fonts. They have different fonts, right? Our own font is different from our own. Following the same rule. And they still have their uniqueness. Good. Sincerely, I'm impressed. Look at following the same rule. Fine. Can we quickly run the rules? Rule number 1. Rule number 2. Rule number 3.
Manage your space.
Rule number 4.
Control your Wi-Fi connection.
Rule number 5.
Start with the full stop and end with the full
Rule
stop.
number 6.
Ensure the consistency of knowledge.
Rule number 7. Rule number 8.
Practice and practice.
So 2 more writings and we are out of here. Now write thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for your question.
I love this. I love this. Following our rules. Following our rules. Thank you, Acabado. You are writing your own. I'm writing my own. Yes. Can we sit down? Remove the space. Remove this circle. There should be no guide because on your cake you will not write. You will not draw any guide. So don't forget your imaginary line. You are writing on a straight line. You are controlling your pressure. You are writing with a full stop. Support your nozzle. Support. It will help you. You see, manage the space. Manage your space. You are writing in between the board. Remember, your cake is still coming. Your border is still coming.
Support your nozzle.
Hello, support your muscle.
Sincerely, they are following the rules here. So let's criticize her. Did she write on a straight line? Yes. She tried, right? Yes. Did she support her note? Yes. Did she manage her space? Yes. Yes. Did she start with a full stop and end up with a full stop? Yes. Only this place, you are getting yourself. I think she's doing amazing well. Can we appreciate that? Did she write on a straight line? Yes. Did she support her note? Yes. Did she manage her space? Yes. No. I will explain. She's not on the straight line. It came down. You put that on you already getting it. So I want to write thank you. Now I'll write thank you Acabado and I'll be out of here. So the rule is this: practice and keep on practicing. Practice, follow the rules, and we'll be fine. The last person. Okay. Oh, that's good. Did she manage her space? No. Yes. You said on the side board. She did. Look at the space she's using now. Although it's small. But you tried. Did she write on the straight line? Yes. Now they say she not tried. No, try. No, our pressure control is still shaking. But with time, with this, she will be fine. It's not going to intimidate us in the right hands. Now, Mama, we won't thank you now. Your God is confidence. Let's just follow the rules. Now, if you have mastered the rules, then we can now go to passive. We can now go to what? Passive. So, I remember your own colleague.
Wait now. Allow her to sign out first.
Let me sign out. So that another person says, I really want to. Today is actually my daughter's birthday. So I needed to rush down so that I can take this class. A very big thank you to Mama, Engineer Eddie Ozumba. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for giving me this platform. Thank you for saying yes when I said, okay, let me see how I can impart my colleagues. I remain your colleague. My name is Omeki. I'm an HR person. I venture into baking, and my Instagram handle is Cake by Sean. Thank you for this privilege. Thank you, Mama.
Don't block me. Don't block the camera. Hello. Don't block the camera, please. Hello. Don't block the camera, please.
Our gratitude with every great cake comes our color recipe gives the freedom to explore your creativity. Acabado fondante, you can judge the cake by its Acabado color. Soft, sleek, easy to use. Acabado fondante, a perfect finisher. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors, cakes are great of the celebration. Every great cake comes a great recipe. Tells you what and who is celebrated. With Acabado Fondant, our color bank can judge the cake to explore by its creativity, soft and style, easy to use. Acabado Fondant, a perfect finishing. What is a cake? Cakes are great of colors. With every great cake comes a color recipe at the essence of the celebration. With Acabado Fondant, it tells you what can judge the cake and who by its celebrating. Soft, sleek, our color bank to you gives the freedom to explore your creativity. Acabado Fondant, style, a perfect finishing. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing.
It's been long, man. Let me try my hand. Let me for over 3 years. Give me a Let me have the popping bag. I should have the Yes, I like that. Let's have 2 more balls. You want to get, I want to apply all this perfect. What should I write? Thank you for everything. Thank you for giving. Thank you all of you. Have you 3 years? It's more than 3 years now. 2018 to now. How long? 6 years. Come from me, John. I tried. I didn't know where I was writing. I didn't like write. All right. And she did absolutely well. Yes, because see, the truth is writing, even if you don't decorate, even if you don't dig a plain cake and just cover, no color, nothing, not even one color, and you now write on it, that can just be the beauty of that cake. That can just change everything about that cake. But imagine that you did a very beautiful cake. And then, you know how it goes. And we don't understand what you are writing. The whole thing is messed up now. Abby? Yes, ma'am. So, I prefer a beautifully calligraphed cake to compare with all those original designs that you people are doing. You now be using the design to cover your mistakes. You think we don't know? You know, using that design to cover your. Yeah, you're not supposed to put star, you can't put star. Yeah, you're not supposed to put dots, you go and use dot and put there. So that you cover all those mistakes. We know. We have seen all those things and we want to see them. Understand what happened. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you coming. And we hope that anytime we call you again, you will come back, Lord. She's promising us that anytime we call her again, you will come running. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have a little token to say thank you for coming. We know we can't pay you. Look at everybody here. Even if you charge us 2,000, you charge us 3,000, you charge us 10,000, and such. Some of us, maybe we might still not be able to afford. And you can imagine if you charge us 10,000, see there how much all of us would have worked. That's a big money. And the only thing we can say here now is thank you. That's all we can say, thank you. And we know that our thank you will go a long way in blessing your business. So, from this little, from all of us, here and there.
Acabado with techniques. Okay. Saturday, what's it? Saturday, there's no more time. You're working with time now. You're working with time. Okay? You're working with time. So Saturday, Acabado with techniques. Acabado means Thank you for giving me your attention. Now, without further delay, we want to welcome the next facilitator on stage by name Latifa Ugulewa. A lot of applause for them.
Yes. Three or more, 2 or more, 3 or more. Let your voice. Okay, again. All right. Take my boss to take. Just accept. Someone will have prayed for you.
Sorry, before I get to have water cream. Sorry, please let me know. This is my first time. I may not be able to speak. I got you to please. So I'm going to my water cream for so I did sorry, at what ratio do you do your water cream and I should share my recipe. I want to share it. Okay. I use for every 500 grams of added sugar. I use 2 to 7 grams of water. I'm not doing 2 to 7 grams of machine. 2 to 7, 227 for 500 grams. Yeah. And I use 3 tablespoons of water for 1 kg.
3 tablespoons of water.
Water for 1 kg. Who use milk? Well, water is then flavor. If you want to, depends. I do not know.
Flavor is what?
It's not fun. I will use it, but I will use it. Okay, no, you are right.
Quiet. Please, if you are here for this thing, you can as well leave us and next day. Please, we want absolute silence, please. She's the PRO. Yes.
I'll be using my daughter cream. My God. As a gum. Trying to. They are okay. If you have a what's
Please, can we listen?
like if you freeze it. Yeah. What one is very important? I might not necessarily need to like two stand. But if it is going to the fourth layer, you need to do it because it's a small cable. Because of Nigeria road is very large. No, I want to trim this size. No, I'm supposed to use them. Created knife. But it's not here. So let me just. This one can. This one can. Don't let it be. I might be making a mistake. You can. What I'm going to try to do because when it's so hard, like it won't make it work. Am I what I'm doing so okay. Start from the side or from the top. Yes. Sorry, this girl is a master class. Not necessarily I speak. Like I speak. Just watch me do.
Simple.
That's
That's noise.
Alright, thank you.
You are doing well.
Okay. Once I feel when you want to make your color, you have to want to add your color to other things or any of the light. Just a drop. But when you have too much of it, you get it out. For this method, this is how I use fighting method. Or I use my for this, or rather, you can just fight them, like, put them in your fighting ground. I think about depends on the goal, like how many goals you want, but I've reached them, I've fight them inside fighting ground. Or I use my father's name. Which one is the fight? This method is particular. I'm using my palette knife. If you want to manage the palette, or if you want you want a palm job and you don't mind wasting your buttercream, just like it back.
Market women who
Of course, I wanted to use like I was just I don't want to use them. I was just go back and it's like I bought it when I forgot to do it. So you can just like this it on your key. You can put it. Okay, I said of course I wanted to use this. Okay, I don't want to do that before. But I just choose to like that. This thing you can use it. It's like a stealth. This one goes with the cake. It's not something you can do. You go with the design. It's like a topper. That's using a topper. Okay. And then like you can just place it around or you put it in it. You can use it like when it's protect.
Stick going to stick to the body of the cake.
Yes. Stick to the body of the cake. It's like you using a topper on the cake, like you placing a topper on the cake. Oh, okay. Like any paper or heavy stickers. But this one is not
Hello, ma. This one is for the cake, unless.
See that like I'm just saying, and if I brought it, I was not
We are doing lessons.
Then, what is it called? Before we drink target, whenever I go to a cake store, to buy something, whenever I see something, I'm like, this thing is good. Let me buy, let me have, make big. So I just saw it yesterday, I was like, let me go and what's the name? It's a step, so I don't know. See, I don't know. But it's not the one that can easily remove. So it would be nice on a small cake. Okay, short guy. But I want to add one thing. So I don't know, like I want to give you vanilla. Okay. Oil. Yeah. So I want to give you oil. Hello, ma. No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. You cannot look like sign in front of you. It's not necessary to the past. So if you take okay, then this like it will be nice. This recipe I want to give you, it is economical too. Okay. You don't have to use the mixer to mix. Yes. Recipe of what now? Vanilla cake. Vanilla recipe. If you are using a big egg, a very big one, you can use that. But not to see myself. I need that. Sorry. See, I have to say it in my mouth. No, you measure them differently. Then you mix them together. Yes, I'm still going there now. I'm going there. Okay, so. Sorry. Is there big egg this day? Maybe on 5 eggs there. There's no big egg this day. So, you measure your butter, your maggi, and oil together. Then use your whisk to mix it. This is your whisk. Whisk. Yes. No, not yes. You need to mix it. Your head whisk. It is not hard at all. Yes. Then afterwards, you add the sugar. Mix it together. All this sugar parade, sugar will disappear. So sugar. You can try when you try this recipe. You sugar disappear. So it doesn't disappear. I don't know. It doesn't really disappear. It
What disappear inside your body?
no, not melt it. Please, Deborah, let me explain.
Christian.
Sorry, procedure number 1. Measure your oil and margarine together. Then mix it.
Oil and margarine.
Yes, then mix it with your whisker.
Balloon whisk.
Your whisker, your whisker.
Yes.
Oil
Oil and margarine, mix it together.
together.
Then you add your sugar. Yes. Then once you after adding your sugar, add your flavor, your head, one by one. Add your egg one by one. Then you receive your flour and baking powder together. Sieve it together. Then you alternate with your milk and the dry injection shall go in like.
Yes. What goes in last?
The dry
This recipe.
What of me?
How about the milk? You alternate with the what? With the flour. With the flour. Sorry, I'm calling it flour. With the flour.
Sorry, but please, can I come back again?
Egg and flavor. Then after we alternate your dry ingredients with your milk.
Sorry, my question. Are we using balloon whisk or the
Egg whisker.
You can use your hand, but if you want to use your mixer too, you are free to use it. So this recipe will give you 2 sized kimchi sticks. 2 sized, yes.
How many? Yes.
how many ginger?
2. Yes, 2 sized kimchi. And when once they are ready to use, yes. This is what I use for this. I think I recommend this cake. Now, this is what I use.
Are you saying if we refrigerate
No, there's one thing about cake. Immediately after I use the PhD, we have 2 things inside the freezer and I decorate this plate. It won't go down. Unlike me folding it inside the cream plate, it would have pressed. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. This is just being, I'm just doing lots of stuff. It's not part of the cake series. But that's the great one. I use this recipe for one size and the size. If you get more like solar cake like this. For this recipe.
Sorry, ma'am.
The noise is disturbing.
Okay.
So please, can you help us the method back?
Okay, the method.
Mix the oil and
Number 1, your oil and margarine. Mix them together.
yes.
Then, yes, you can use matching, you can use anything. But I'm just trying to say, okay, there are times I'll tell you, me, if I want to use ordinary butter, I cannot mix with my hand. I don't have the strength. So, when I get this recipe, related person, so it works with me very well.
So if you're using this, you use your hand.
Yes, I use my hand.
Sorry, ma'am. The flavor. Sorry. Is it industrial? Normal.
That's
That's what industrial.
Mama, can you continue, please?
I will cut I guess it's the oil.
Please continue with the lesson. How many minutes?
Depends on your So, what's oil? All I have green. Then after sugar, eggs, and flavor. Then you mix your dry ingredients. Together. Then you alternate with what's called with your milk. The dry ingredients should go in last. I think I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That means we need to bring the battery more.
No, it's not necessary. That is not part of my plan. I
of colors. Acabado Fondante are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity. With every great cake comes a great recipe. Acabado colors, a perfect Acabado Fondante. You can judge the cake by its cover. Soft, sleek, easy to use. What is Acabado Fondante without perfect finishing of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what cakes are great. Celebrated with every great cake. Our color banks gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. With Acabado Fondante, you can judge the cake Acabado color by its cover. A perfect soft, finish, sleek, easy to use. Acabado Fondante, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. Are great. With every great cake, it tells you what great recipe and who is celebrating. With Acabado Fondante, gives the freedom to judge the cake creativity by its cover and style.
It takes you being courageous and taking the bull by the horn. And you know, there's something I say here. Hello. Hi. Thank you. You know, there's something I say here. A lot of times, or some of you have heard me say some before, and some of you have not. But I need you to pay attention. When you say, some people say some people are lucky, but I say there is a definition of luck. And what's the definition? When opportunity meets preparation equals to what? Luck. When opportunity meets preparation. Now, she got an opportunity. She has not done it before. Then she started preparing. Now, sometimes you prepare before the opportunity comes, and it makes you prepare. And sometimes the opportunity comes, and then you start preparing. But the best one is to get prepared before the opportunity comes. is usually the best. Now my question here, how many of you are waiting for opportunities prepared? Or you're waiting for the opportunity to come first before you prepare? So anybody at all that you ever met and you look at that person and in your heart, you feel this person has been lucky. Remember, you had almost, if not better opportunity than that person. You know that the person was prepared before the opportunity came. And it now looks like the person is so lucky. Oh, you're always so lucky. You're always so lucky. At every point in time, opportunities are always around us. Always. If you look very closely, there's always opportunity around you. At every point in time, 24 hours a day, there's opportunity around you. Which one are you taking advantage of? Which one are you claiming? Which one have you been prepared for to take? Stop looking at people and calling them lucky people. You too, you can be lucky. Okay? From today, search for opportunities around you and take it. Hold it. Hold the bull by the horn. Okay? Hold the bull by the horn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, somebody just reminded me of something. We have 3 people, 2 people so far who have been with us today. How many of us are following? Following. Are you a newcomer? Are you new? No, you. Are you new? Are you? No. When I say how many of us are following, you say following. No, she didn't. How many of us are following her already? When did you start following? Now. Now. Did you call your handle now?
Yes, they have.
Okay, they are. I have bring your phone. Let's check it. Let's check the first 2 people who follow. Today, what's the time? So to check my time. What's the time? 1:20. And 1:20. Sylvia's case. She said today. No. Not me. When did they ask? Around. Okay. The Becky case. We were the ones people. This is today. Look at it. It's only 3 people today. It's only 3 people. Only 3 people. You want to call. What's your hand? You are pretending you are going to follow her. And only 3 people follow her. I follow her. Look at it. It's only 3 people follow her. This is today. The Becky case. See glass confessionary. See glass.
Call your handle. Please call your handle.
Okay, call it again.
Yeah, we need to follow you.
Latifa_PS. I said, how many people? I said 2 people. I followed her. 2 people. 2 people, the Becky Cakes and T Glam's confectionery. Are you like
Until last, waiting for right.
she first you what?
Like the
Like landed first. So, how many people did you meet?
3.
You said 3. That's a lot. Man.
Auntie, did you call your auntie?
Yes. No, yes, not. She did. She did. Let's see your phone. Let's see.
And Mary Hannah. They show no, look at that. One away. The they show creation. Very face and she's the one. Okay, you. They show creation.
Glory.
Which one are you? They show. So who is glory cake? Okay, the two of them. Thank you. I am. What you are beginning now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Next to our presentation. So thank you so much for coming. And this token is coming from
My question. When you are giving us lecture, you said that the sugar factory now are closing down or something like that. Is there any?
A perfect Acabado fondant. You can judge the cake by its cover. Soft, sleek, easy to use. What is Acabado fondant without a perfect of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and cakes is celebrating. With every great cake, our color back gives the great recipe to explore your creativity and style. With Acabado fondant, you can judge the cake colors by its cover. A perfect, soft, sleek, easy to use. Acabado fondant, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. Are great. With every great cake, it tells you what a great recipe and who is celebrating. Our color Acabado fondant, you to explore can judge the creativity by its style. Soft, sleek, easy to use. Acabado colors, a perfect Acabado fondant, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Cakes are great. With every great cake, colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells Acabado fondant, and who can judge the cake by its cover. Our color back gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado fondant, a perfect finishing. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. Cakes are great. What with every great cake comes without great recipe of colors. Colors Acabado fondant, of the celebration can judge the cake by its cover. It tells you what sleek, easy to use is celebrating. Acabado Fondant gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. Cakes are great. With every great cake comes a great recipe. What is a cake? Acabado Fondant of colors can judge the cake by its cover.
We want to welcome on stage our last facilitator for today. Please, as she comes up, please will sound our head.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It's my first time in the building, and when I got in here this morning, I was really very excited. Oh! And the classes has been a lot of fun. Please, if you will not do anything for Acabado, you need to pray and patronize. Yes. We have been running this program for a while now. Yes. And 2 years, we all know how things are in the world. And for her to still put resources together, and she has refused to monetize it. She has refused to monetize it. Hey, that class, you don't have a choice other than to patronize them, because the growth of this business is part of what is sustaining this class. He spent money to put this together. Even the product is still giving out. She got them at a fee. So the growth of this business, you have to start seeing yourself as stakeholders. Amen. Start seeing yourself as stakeholders. That what is your own contribution to this beautiful organization? The only thing they expect from you is patronage and referral. God will help all of us. Amen. And if there is anything I still learned, that might be. I'm still going to give it a try. Actually, Mumi is still around. Okay. I don't know. Even if they hold my hand, I don't think I'll ever be there. It's not for some of us. But fantastic. I was just looking at her and admiring. But honestly, I don't know if it's what. Sometimes I try to encourage myself to write. If you want to attend a one-on-one class for lecturing, calligraphy is about 25,000 naira for a 3-hour class. And that is what she has brought for you. I heard when she was giving all the techniques. She was not just telling you to write, telling you the technique. Yes. And that's very important. So please, even if it's your neighbor, don't let them distract you. Go on with something and implementation. You will know that this is what you brought out of the meet and greet today. God help us. And God thank you. Thank you. So I will just quickly rush through the frosting of this cake because my primary assignment up here is stenciling. So I'm not going to talk too much, trying to tell us how to cover. We've learned that from the class we just concluded. So. So you just watch me as I cross. And if you have any question for me,
we really need to thank Latifa, right? She's giving us the cake that she just made here. Wow! You know, now me and Baker. Yeah! Just
no. have question, kindly jot it down and ask me questions. But please write questions down so that we can save our time. If you interrupt me, I won't answer you. And please, you know how things are in the market. Now everything is expensive. Even without things being expensive, please, if you want to trust your case, learn to weigh your butter.
Yes, so
learn to weigh your butter.
yes.
And you can see some of my bosses here. We're all, or not everybody is a beginner, but I have not roasted butter cream before. There's no shame in it. So we all have tried our hands on butter cream at one point or the other. I usually weigh before I frost my butter cream. I weigh. After I have already made this butter cream. And now if I want to cover this cake, do you weigh your butter cream? If you weigh, can you give me a wave? No, I'm not talking about high please. Weigh. Please, make it a practice. Hello? Hi. Sorry, where is the apron? Hi. Do you know what happened?
Because of the customer.
Hello, please, I don't want interruption when I'm teaching. I'm sorry. Please, even if you will not take anything away from me, take material weighing. You must weigh your butter cream.
Yes.
You must weigh your fondant if you are doing fondant. If I'm covering a 10-inch, if I weigh it, no matter the piping on the body, if I'm going to add another butter cream, it's going to be at an extra point.
Sorry. I'm on the food. Thank you. We have donut from me. And only me will eat.
See how elegant I'm looking this. If I can't see myself, but I can imagine. It's beautiful that I'm looking so elegant. So please, hello. When you make the butter cream that I use, Acabado icing sugar, 1 kg. Hello, one house, please. I cannot concentrate when I am talking and you are also talking, so I need our full attention.
Hello.
It's only the baby's voice I want to hear. Don't stop her. Acabado icing sugar, 1 kg. Vegetable shortening. 200 grams. Then margarine, any margarine of your choice, 200 grams. You mix your vegetable shortening and your margarine together. You can use your turning stick, you can use your mixer, any one that you have. Then when you mix it, the color will change, it will be pale. After mixing, then you gradually start adding your icing sugar. Because this butter cream, this particular recipe, we have 1,001 recipes. We cannot exhaust them. Even me, standing here, I am still learning about butter cream. Once I'm somewhere, I will still listen and pay good attention. So we're all still learning about butter cream. But this particular one, it crusts faster, it dries faster. So now, when you are incorporating your icing sugar, you will first add about 700 grams if you are using a hand mixer especially, so that you will not spoil your mixer. You mix it very well. Then there is Acabado cake syrup. If you introduce this is, I don't know, there is this what they say, odogu. Acabado cake syrup. You add 2 tablespoons. It gives you this nice taste and flavor. Yes. Into your, you can see, I can hear the testimony there, they are confirming. So you add it in your butter cream, you mix it. Now, if you are okay with that consistency, then you cover it in an airtight container. If you are not, if you want it to be softer, you add like 2 tablespoons of water and mix it, store it in an airtight container. As simple as ABC. So if you have questions concerning that, just simply notice and ask me once I'm through. So now we're working with 1 kg buttercream. The quantity of buttercream that I made is how many grams? Total. When you finish mixing all your buttercream, thank you. Now, if it is a 2-layer 8-inch, this buttercream must cover 2 cakes. Compulsory. That's why you have to do it. You have 1.4. You will measure 800 grams. That's what you will use to cover 2-layer 8-inch.
Sorry, but you with piping.
Either way. Either piping, even if you pipe, you still scrape it. Either way. So 800 grams plus your, oh, you mean your piping of piping? Yes. Okay, I thought you were talking of everything. As in everything for 2 layers should not be more than 800 grams buttercream. So by the time you measure the 800 grams, you have 600 left. It's not enough for the second cake, right? But the exact that you need for this cake, a 2-layer, is actually 700. But you know, for scraping allowance, that is what the extra 100 grams is to. You will discover that by the time you finish piping and all, the remaining, you add it together, you still have 700. So now, if you have colored the buttercream, you don't want to combine it together, you can use it for sandwiching or for frosting, the first coating, before you frost. And you will see that 1.4 gives you conveniently 2 8-inch. So if you have not been doing that, it's very important. So let's learn to save money. Some of us will now do first coating, plenty buttercream. We now waste it with crumbs and throw it away. Please, we don't have that money to waste. And your first coating is not, you are not covering the cake with buttercream fully. You are just putting very little just to seal up your crumbs. You only want to seal up your crumbs. So it has to be as light as possible. And I'm sure you know why I'm using another plastic, so that I will not add lots of cake in my main cake. And when I finish my frosting of this cake, I'm giving us red velvet recipe. Wow. Look at inside of this red velvet. Can you notice the color separation? Is there a color separation? No. Is there a color separation? In the red velvet? No. Which one are we? Yes, no. In your red velvet. Is there a color separation? There is no color separation. So please, if you are making your red velvet, your cocoa powder should not sit down. Then you will have brown under. You have your red floating on. So that's what I want you to see. So that when I explain to you, you must follow exactly how it's being said. So that you will not have color separation. When I noticed I was coming here, I said, how will I come here now? I will now do another cocoa, and I will now be coming to tell you, no, it's because she used another cocoa powder that is not Acabado. This is Acabado cocoa powder I use exactly for this cake. Even the vanilla, I added 1 teaspoon in it, just to give it a little bit of color. Yes. Vanilla cake, if you're making chocolate cake, it's different too. I just want a little bit of color for my vanilla cake. So I just added 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. You can see, this is the small one I will manage. Because I have target that I don't want to use more than 1 kg buttercream for this. You can see, even the top, I don't have enough. And this is just my lifestyle every day at the bakery. If I'm frosting this smally, I must manage it. If there's nothing inside, maybe if I'm not there, or the people at the shop might want to quickly scoop small. But by the time we are checking, they know that the punishment is waiting. I will ask, why is it not complete? Why is it thin? Your piping was too big, or what happened? So you make sure you just scrape because this is not the frosting, this is just your first coating. If it's 50 grams you want to measure for your first coating, just make sure you don't use more than that. If it's 100 grams, make sure you don't use more than that. So whatever I spray from here, and even I have excess, I will use it for if I have another cake to frost. Otherwise, that one will go into the trash. Exactly, what's it called? So I'm using this my palette to clean my board. Then if you are working, even if you are working at the shop, always have a wet towel around you so that it helps you to clean up whatever you are using faster than when you are using dry one and everywhere is dusty. Like I'd already wet my towel before I got up here. So we're going to slightly tint our this thing, our butter cream. I hope it's my cup will be okay. I have scale here now, I would have weighed it, but since I don't have a scale. So just like the way Latifa Cakes explained to us, you are going to use your stick. And please, when you're adding color in your buttercream or even your fondant, please add little at a time. So this one is already in liquid form. It has helped you very little. Don't just pour. You can put on your palette knife or you use your square to touch it. So it now depends on how deep you want the color to be. But this one, because we're still going to stencil it, it's just going to, see how beautiful this color is. Oh my God. As in, so beautiful. So at least, I think I can confidently say you are using Acabado products. Is there anybody here that is not using Acabado products?
Nobody.
So now, so if you want to soften this now, just like I told us earlier on, you can add maybe like 1 teaspoon or half teaspoon of the syrup. And because I am stenciling this cake, the consistency of my buttercream would be a little bit thick. Yes, thick. Because I am stenciling it. You know, I said I don't want too much color, so it just blush in the background. Then I will add more color for the stenciling. So if you have questions, just write it down so that you can ask me later. And this color is so nice. I love the shade. This is, you said it's electric pink, right? Yes. Wow. So nice. So so if you like to start from the side or from the top, it doesn't matter. Anyone that is convenient for you. The important thing is that as you are frosting, do not press your cake, your palette knife into the body of the cake so that you don't pack crumbs. So, hope we're making good progress. So, any more question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, it's fine.
Now, please, I noticed this the short you use is white and you use the margarine. Is it that you bring the margarine first before adding the
Okay. Now, when you measure your shortening, like the recipe I gave you, is not cast in stone. As in, it doesn't have to be the equal ratio because I gave you 200 grams of margarine, 200 grams of shortening. When you measure the two into your bowl, you are going to mix it together, either with your hand mix, that's your turning stick, or you make use of your hand mixer or your stand mixer. But your vegetable shortening and your margarine has to be properly mixed together. After you have mixed the two together, then you start incorporating your Acabado icing sugar. You are using 1 kg icing sugar for that. You will first add about 700. You don't need to weigh. If you know now, you just like maybe you have like like 2 handfuls left in the bowl. Then the buttercream is already getting too thick for you. Maybe the pressure on the stick or the pressure on your hand mixer. Then you now have the Acabado syrup. You have 2 tablespoons. You mix it together. What do you say? Tablespoon. You mix it together to give you that nice texture, the aroma, and taste. So after you have mixed it together, then you have the remaining icing sugar. Then I explained that if you mix it, then you now want it to be lighter. You want it to be lighter, then that way you will now add like 1 tablespoon of water. Have I answered your question? Have I? So do we have any other questions? Can you add what?
Flavor.
Flavor, yes. You can add flavor if you like. Otherwise, that syrup is awesome, as in very nice. You can see that the remaining, I put it at the top, and when we are not all beginners, but this is, you know, we're just used to talking when they, so you also just put it at the top. Now, I am not working from the edge. You can see that as I frosted, I allow the side to come up. And as it has come up, it's going to prevent crumbs, especially most of us struggle with buttercream when we just started. It has helped me cover all the edges. Then the one I'm using for the top, I just drop it in the center, then I start swimming left, right. As I'm swimming left, right, on its own, it's coming to attach to the ones at the edge. That way, you are not going to have crumbs. Now, if you notice that the cake is so light, clean your palette knife. Spread a little from the center because I'm not going to add extra to this buttercream. This is what I use. Though I didn't weigh it, I can't say categorically if it's 1.4, but I mean if it's 1 kg, but I don't think it should be more than that because I still have more in the bowl. You know, there's something you have been doing. They will say go and count something. You just randomly just pick, and it's either very close to correct or a little bit more. Now, if for instance, by the time I'm done, I have my edge opened. If, for instance, I have the edge open, don't come there and start correcting your edge. No. with your flat knife, you smoothen the top. It will extend the buttercream out. Then you straighten your palette knife, smoothing the side. It will help you take it off. Simple. You can see how interesting. Who doesn't like buttercream? You must love buttercream because that is what is in it for everybody now. Save stress. So you just comb it as usual, just like the Latifa cakes did. Is there anyone that has difficulty with buttercream? Yes. So just practice. I just want to advise that you have to just practice.
One class, please.
No, I'm not catching it. I'm not catching noise maker.
But you tirelessly want
No, noise as in no. The way I looked up, that was what somebody said. Somebody said one class, thinking that I'm looking for noise maker. All right, thank you. So I want to wet my towel a little bit more so that I can use it on my coal. So if there's anyone that there is opening, even though this is a stencil cake, you can still cover it up. Give it last thing. So you can likely say your time at the Acabado meet and greet today is not wasted, right? Yes. Okay, so same thing at the top. You just bring it out and smoothen it in. So all these ones you are scraping, you can add more color so that's the one you will use to decorate your cake. So please, I don't want to hear that we are no more, we don't weigh our buttercream. It helps when you are costing your cake. You will now cost buttercream, maybe one packet is 2,000 naira. You will now cost it 2,000. Then maybe the other things you have bought is 1,000. You now just say 3,000. Meanwhile, you are not using all the 3,000 on that. When you overcost your cake, you are going to overprice your cake also. So to prevent overcosting, that's why it's important for you to know the ratio of what you are using in each cake. So we're just going to leave this one by the side just for a few minutes before we stencil it. While we quickly, sorry, have you dropped the red velvet recipe?
No, ma'am.
In the platform, okay. No, I told her to drop it in the platform. Is it everyone that is in Acabado's platform?
Yes. So,
I said, let me call that. not compulsory. But if you are working with all base cake, yes, I would always advise you bake it the day before. When you bake it the day before, you must have refrigerated it. It must have gained more moisture so that it's easier for you to handle. Yes. If it is all base cake. And if you are doing all base cake, that is 3 layer, please, after the first soup, do erode it. Like Latifa explained it also, telling you about the eroding, that because it's not more than 4. And that's margarine based, right? Margarine. But if it's all based, please, I am begging you, don't stack all base 3 layers together. Because sometimes it's so soft. When all the ice leave it, it starts resting. And it might tear apart your buttercream frosting. So please, if it's all based, refrigerate it, bake it the day before, let it sleep in the refrigerator or freezer overnight. Then the following day, just roast. You are good to go. So the red velvet cake. Flour, 300 grams. Drop it there. Some of them are not there yet. Flour, 300 grams. Salt, 1 teaspoon. Acabado baking soda, 1 teaspoon. And I mark that as A. You will have it in a dry plate and set it aside. That is A. What I just announced now. I said flour 300 grams, salt 1 teaspoon, baking soda 1 teaspoon, Acabado baking soda. Then that is A. You will combine the 3 together. You can use your simple hand whisk or just a spatula to mix it together so that your baking soda and your salt is already well combined into your flour. Otherwise, it might be at one corner. When you finish baking, you taste your cake, you will be tasting salt. It should combine with your flour. So you have to use your spatula just to combine it together. Then you set it aside. Then you will, in another bowl, that's our bowl B, you measure your margarine, 250 grams, your sugar, 150 grams. Then you will mix your margarine and your sugar together. Either you are using butter or margarine. Mix it together. That's your batter. That's why I mark it as B. Then you need 2 eggs. Is there anyone that is lost? Yes. If you are lost, can you wave your hand? Yes. Yes.
Sugar
150 grams. No, what did I say you should do to your margarine and sugar?
Mix.
So 2 eggs. Use a separate bowl in case peradventure the egg is not fresh. Please make use of a separate bowl for your egg. So break 2 eggs separately. The common egg. The common egg. We don't have large eggs. Hello. We don't have large eggs. So what we have in the market that is about the standard now is 55 to 60 grams of egg. So just use it like that. 2. You are not going to use micro eggs, not sell those money. If you are buying that, please don't. It's not egg roll you are making. As a baker, you should have a minimum standard, which is the medium egg that we have. I think now it's about 39 to 41. So that's what you should use. So 2 eggs, you break 2 eggs, then you add the 2 eggs in your batter. You add the 2 eggs in your batter, mix it with the margarine and sugar. Then you add your flavor. We have different flavor at the Acabado stand. So anyone you think you like, you love best, you have your flavor. Then after you have added your flavor 1 teaspoon. Then you can go as you like. Maybe you want it to be more dense, but at least 1 teaspoon on the average is fine. Then now, inside that's your batter. Hello? Hi. Because not having color separation in your red velvet is very important. Inside that your batter, add your cocoa powder. Do not add your cocoa powder to the flour. Add your cocoa powder, your Acabado cocoa powder in your batter. 1 tablespoon. There are some other brands that are lighter. I use 2 tablespoons sometimes. I use 1.5 tablespoons. But when I tested this one, I discovered that's fine. I'm good with 1 tablespoon because it gives me the color and the flavor that I want. No, that's the truth, honestly. Because I have to say when people say, this one is even more economical for me. You know. So you want the cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon. Level, 1 tablespoon. So you add it in your batter. Mix it. When you have mixed that, then in another cup, you prepare your buttermilk. Because most times we don't have buttermilk readily available. Otherwise, all you need is 1 cup of buttermilk. But because we don't always have this readily available, so you will get your milk, any milk that you like, whether the UHT milk, whether the evaporated milk, 1 cup. Then you measure 1 tablespoon vinegar. 1 tablespoon vinegar, add it into your milk. That is your buttermilk. 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon vinegar into it, add it together. Then there is this Acabado color that is a red velvet color that's like this. You just pour everything into that buttermilk.
Everything.
Yes, it's about 2 tablespoons like this. Yes.
Okay, you pour everything.
Yes, you need 2 tablespoons of that to pour it. The liquid, not this one. They have special one for red velvet. Maybe they have not been announcing it very well. See, this class, I discover your secrets. Honestly. One house. Hello. Hi. 1 house. Please try this. I am telling you.
I have it, but what I used to observe now is not too much.
No, you cannot see. If I'm giving you another recipe, it's another recipe. But this one that I am telling you, every product has its own consistency. And let me tell you, I don't just see recipe somewhere and jump on. Hello. Maybe you will see some people now. They will tell you use something 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon. You don't have opportunity of meeting with somebody that has tested it that will tell you how it works. If you are using something for the first time, you also have to now test it. Do you understand? You have to test it, and after you've tested like 2 or 3 times, you get what you want, then you keep to it. Like now, this 2024, I've done about 5 recipe reviews in my bakery. And anytime I'm doing recipe review, I carry the book, I keep it myself. You follow me to my house and back to the shop because I don't want them to go and start using this and do the wrong thing. Do you understand? So this one, I have tried it and I can categorically tell you that it is very good. It's not going to give you afternoons, and if you are using all this powder or whatever, fine, totally different process. But why go through that stress when you have something that we gives you an easy plan? Look at the way we just miss color now, and immediately we just got what we wanted. Do you understand?
Thank you.
So I don't know how much they sell it, but I tell you that I've tried it and it's awesome. Yes, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons in this mixture. Now I said we add it to your buttermilk. Okay? When you add it to your buttermilk, set it aside. Then you will now grease your pan. If you are baking with cupcakes, you will get your cupcakes, line it. While you are doing that, your buttermilk is activating. You know you just added vinegar.
Yes.
Good. So you line it. If it is 8-inch cake you want to bake, that is 2 layers you are going to get. You grease and line your pan, set it aside. If it is 10-inch, it gives you 1 10-inch. Grease your pan and line it and set it aside. Now, we have the mixture of our buttermilk and we have our flour, right? Yes. And we have our butter. How many things do we have?
Yes.
We have the butter, we have the flour, the dry ingredients, and the liquid, that's the buttermilk with color. You are now going to take your flour. You will start with flour and end with flour. Do you understand? You add a little flour in your batter, mix it together. Then you add about half of the buttermilk. You mix it. You can see that the color will start changing. Then you add another part of the flour. You mix it. Then add the remaining buttermilk. You mix it together. Then lastly, you add the remaining flour. Mix and enjoy your baking. You can see that the contents, the margarine and the sugar seems like vanilla cake. Am I correct? Yes. That margarine and the sugar seems like vanilla cake. Yes. Don't just go and carry this red velvet special and pour it in your vanilla mixture. You will not get the same results. Don't say Prestige said, Chebi is the same Acabado color I use. And just pour it in your batter because you are in a rush. You have mixed all your batter plenty. It's the same quantity of margarine and sugar. You mix everything plenty. You scoop your vanilla. Then the remaining, you just add your red velvet special. Pour it inside. Then you mix it. It's not going to you know, you're not going to get the same results. You understand? Because you have not done your normal process. You have not added your cocoa powder in it, like she said. You have not created the buttermilk to add this into your buttermilk. Are we together? So don't cut corners. If you want to cut corners and you're not getting the same results. I did an online class on Facebook. The girl was asking me, it's not the same. Thank God for Holy Spirit. I just say, please, can you rerun the recipe for me? She now said, actually, she was not having the measuring cup, so she was just IVing. I said, congratulations. So do you have questions? No, any of the flavors is actually there. Do we have questions? So that we quickly stencil and we call it a day. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Now, she asked a very important question. She said she asked a recipe that they used to add groundnut oil. This one is margarine based. And let me tell you, even this same margarine base that I just mentioned, we have different ways of doing it. We have another margarine base that calls for 3 eggs. We have another margarine base that calls for less margarine. Different things. But as the recipes are so many, you will try them. After you have tried them, you will stick to an everyday one. If you are not available, that your students can do easily or your staff, and your clients will still get value. They should not be able to tell, wait, Amara, you're not the one that made this thing. It's wrong. Do you understand? So now, the oil base, the same thing. We have fantastic recipe for oil base, yummy recipe. I'm trying to make the color darker so that it will reflect as I stencil.
But ma, there are still some recipes that combine margarine and oil.
Yes, you have some recipes that combine margarine and oil. Different recipe, as in I said, we cannot exhaust the recipes in the industry. But the important thing is that once you have tried them, please, if you learn any new recipe, don't do it for the first time with your customer's cake. Do not, it's an investment. Do not do it for the first time with your customer's cake. It is totally wrong. Are we together? Yes.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, depending on the recipe that you are using. Coffee, some different as in, see, you cannot exhaust the recipe. Now, just the time we're talking now, okay, ma'am. Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Please, in your own opinion, what's the best color for red velvet? Is it a very bright red or something that is like wine?
Something wine. Red velvet is not red. What you saw now, you saw the inside. Was it red?
No, wine.
It's not red. Please, if you see the danger.
Tomato red is velvet.
in the tomato red.
Fondant color. Fondant color. Hello. Time of ignorance for everybody. I was buying sugar flare very expensive, and with all arrogance, I used to make my red velvets. Sugar flare color, very expensive, but it's not for red velvets. They have the red. This is not for red velvets. So you need to understand, and by constant practice, by networking, you learn more. If you don't hide your knowledge, definitely you also have somebody that will, like who was I saying? I went to Token's place and she was selling the cake for 10,000 naira, and we rubbed minds, and I felt my own was too expensive. But by the time we finished talking, I discovered that yes, I was on the good track. She also on the good track based on what we're using. Do you understand? Yes. So we learn every day. We see new things every day, different things every day. So, yes, ma'am. Okay, yes.
If you don't have vinegar, can you add lemon?
Yes, you can have lemon. If you don't have vinegar, use half tablespoon, please. Lemon is highly concentrated. Do you understand? Use half tablespoon so that it will not be time. Yes, half tablespoon. So now for your stenciling, are we together? Once you put your stencil on the body, hello, make sure it aligns very well. Do you understand? Make sure it aligns very well. If you have someone there to help you hold this side, but what happens is you are working alone. If you are working alone, use for something to hold it, or you use your hand. You maneuver left and right. By the time you start applying, you start holding. But make sure it aligns very well to the body. Are we together? Yes. Here is not boring. No. Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, really, increase your volume.
I say with the cost of water.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible to do us a favor with an oil-based recipe?
With an oil-based recipe. Oil is not cheap. I went to buy oil. Hello. I went to buy. Hello.
We have many teachers.
Hello. Hello. Hi. I sent someone to go buy oil. I told her to come back first. Honestly. The moment I said buy me oil and sugar, the moment I saw her come, I knew something was wrong. And when she told me the prices, I said, please, can you just come? Seriously, I need to sit down and chill so that I will think of what to do. And that day, I think I just told her, let's do my dream. Now, you can see that I have applied it on my cake, okay? All I'm doing is for you to do, there's a small scraper, I didn't come with it. Small one is easier to handle. But if you don't have that one, you can use your palette knife, your angled palette knife. It's just to help you. You're just trying to scrape off the buttercream for the body without applying pressure. So you don't need to have this before you can do it. Learn to improvise. Your small palette knife, angled one, your long one, any one. So just be scraping gently on the body. You can see. And I'm not, my palette knife is not straight. I slant it at an angle so that it will be easier to scrape off. Because all those little details, by the time we want to do it and you are now struggling with it. Now, if you now like, you can stop halfway or you make sure you go all the way around to the body. If you want some side to be smooth, you want to do a little dabbing on the side, you can stop halfway. So basically, that's it. Now, if you want to take it off, taking it off, you take it a little to the left and a little to the right. You just remove small from this side. You come back here and remove small from this side. Then, until you have taken everything off. So that till you have taken everything off, so that you are not going to stain it, smear it. You understand? We have plenty English.
I'm telling you.
So now, if you want to complete it all the way around, just from where you stop, lift your stencil and put it on the body. But if you don't want, there's one I did, is on my page. I did not do it fully. I did it halfway, and I think I've done that thing like 4 times. After doing it halfway, then I just did a little dab.
Sponge.
So just randomly on the body. If it's dry, all you need to do is just to a little drop of water. So now, these are the days of my butter cream is not smooth and all those things. Look at all the smooth foaming, and we're still beautifying it with something else. Are we together? Yes. And see, you don't need special skill. If you can do makeup and you are pressing your powder, you can press on the body of your butter cream. Are we together? Yes. That's the way you apply powder on your face. I know when you are holding that cup, you are careful, you dab your face like a princess that you are and all of that. So same thing. So that's all. Then what do? You can actually, before you pipe, please always make sure you clean your body. It's very important. So your leftover, if you have enough to pipe all over, you pipe all over. If you do not have enough to pipe all over, like I said, this cake already has its own price. So I'm not going to add extra buttercream, except me. I know how to calculate money. I am not going to add extra buttercream, I tell you. So I will pipe one side. So just take a look. I just put a few shells on one side. So if I have enough, I go all the way around. If I don't have enough, you can actually just now put a rosette on the body. Just play around with the remaining buttercream that you have. You can see, because it might not be so much to go around all the base. So I put a rosette, so I still have a little more. So then you now think of how much is the extra that you factor into your decoration. You can add a little gold leaf. Your gold leaf just randomly. So randomly.
don't base everything just randomly. So if you have a name topper, place it, or you call show me, come and write it. So that is our cake. So do you have question? Oh, we have asked all the questions. Sorry, I need to hear her. Hello.
Powerhouse.
Can you allow me to hear her?
Costing cake. So with this present situation, so I don't end up chasing customers. Everybody has a risk, know-how, based on what is planned. Is there a particular profit?
Yes. Yes. Yes, there is. Yes, very important. Now, basic thing you consider when you're running your costing, because we are lazy bakers. We are lazy. We don't calculate our costings properly. And because you have got a full cup of salt, that 1 teaspoon of salt, you don't know how much. So what you should do, first, you will run it manually. If you have an Excel, you have understanding of Excel, you can make use of Excel. If you don't have Excel and you don't know how to use it, there are basic costing apps that you have in your Play Store that you can make use of. Check them, download any of them. But primary thing you must do is that you should be able to write everything in. Like recently I was reviewing, I started changing everything. Sometimes the water I use to wash my hands, it comes at, sometimes it's 1 naira, sometimes it's 99 kobo. They'll be laughing at me because I already have everything recorded. Your direct material, cost it. After you have costed it, everything you are using, you will now look at your utility. You calculate your utility, your every other things. That's the things that are not directly involved in your baking. They come under other expenses. You must attach percentage of it to every cake that is coming out. And for me, I do 5%. If I cost my cake, if my cake is 5,000 naira for me to produce it, 5% of that 5,000 naira, which is 250 naira, is my other expenses. After that, I will now put my profit margin. My profit margin, there is a threshold. No matter what you do, you must have what you cannot go below. For me, it's 40%. Sometimes I do 100%, sometimes I do 200%, depending if it's a wedding cake especially, or some cakes that, okay, I'm using chocolates and all. But basically, you must have a minimum standard for everything. You should not, no baker, no entrepreneur, let me say that, should charge less than 40%. If it's less than 40%, it's charity. It should not be less than 40%. So, hello lady, who's that person that asking? If it has cost you 10,000 naira to produce that cake, you cannot sell it below 14,000. 14,000. Yes. Plus your cake, but it is not. You don't have business with delivery. Customers takes care of their delivery. Yes. You don't have business with delivery. Please. So a customer that has cost you 10,000 naira, you should not sell it less than 14,000. That's it. You know why you are selling 14,000? Because the economy is hard and you want to help your clients. That is below normal situation. Nobody. If you are selling pop-up at the junction of your street, you are selling petty things. Please, the profit margin should not be less than 40%. Acabado is releasing a book very soon. How she made her millions. I'm sure even if when they prepaid or something, what do they call that now? Waiting list, pre-order is ongoing. They say if you want to add things from African man, put it in a book. But I don't believe in that because I know bakers read a lot. We source information a lot. Our problem is implementation. This 40% I just mentioned, by the time we get back home now, We are lazy that we cannot write down everything that we are using. Then, if you do not go to school, you don't understand 40%. Divide it by 10 times 4. Add it to your cost of production. It's very, very important. So, I'm sure if you buy that book and you read it, it's going to, why do you go to church? Most of you that are Muslim, why do you go to WAS? It's a reminder of what you already know, so that it will help you to continue to live better. So, what is my pastor going to tell me that I've not yet known? But going to sit under that ministration, it reminds me and it encourages me. I was telling some people this morning to do woman crush, and I'm crushing on myself. And I told them, if you like, don't crush on yourself. We are crush on yourselves. And I saw somebody crush on yourself, then crush on another woman that has influenced me. And I saw the lady, she posted something, one picture like before COVID that I went to teach in Ondo State. She wrote beautiful story. But what am I saying? Reading that alone put smile on my face. And she posted herself, putting smile on her own face. So it is very, very important for you when you get information, make use of it, otherwise it becomes stagnant. It's very important for us, make use of the information you have access to. She mentioned opportunity. If Tifa did not agree that she will come, she will never have a starting story of coming out to teach. If there's anybody that can be nervous for Africa, that person is me. Somebody will say, no, because you've done job before, you've learned. It's a lie. It's not the same. By the time you see climb that podium and you see plenty people, wait, I don't know whether I'm crossing it now, whether I'm doing it well. I don't know whether they are condemning it now. Whether my Miriam is watching me now. She will now go and, do you understand? You have, devil will put plenty information in your head that will make you to fail. You are the one that will talk to yourself, that provided you are doing the right thing, then you must stand up and do something. So your costing, please, if you have been selling, like this one, the price I dropped for the red velvet, I put 12,000 naira, and that's the threshold. If you finish, you can do 100%. I can finish selling something, producing it, everything for 10,000 naira. I can choose, I want to sell it for 5,000. Yes, correct. Because my wear and tear, no, it's true. My wear and tear and so many other things that you cannot quantify. But talking about threshold, even if your neighbor is selling it 11.5, it is not your business. You're not using the same thing. Charge your worth. Thank you. So threshold 40%. For me, Wabi Mama, what do you think?
The kind of business I do now is a business of, I call it business of cover. Business of cover, but you have to do with quantity. Okay? When I was baking, I know some of you never knew I was. I baked for 22 years before I call it a quit. And during that process, like you said something about having an Excel sheet. It's the easiest you can have. Have an Excel sheet and have your have every detail. She just said water, costing water, and I was laughing because I costed water too. And my accountant there called my attention. I said, Madam, did they charge water too? I said, yes, now it's not part of my cost. I said, wow, this is the first time I'm seeing somebody charge costing water. Everything I record, everything there. You know, you charge water, there's what we call wear and tear of your machine. One day, your mixer will pack up. It is not sweat. That mixer has been designed to work to a particular year. So your mixer can be a 5-year duration. What does that mean? If you bought that mixer for 100,000, it means that first year, your mixer has deviated by 20,000, right? So the value of that mixer is now 80,000. So it means that somewhere you should have 80,000 and 20,000 waiting that you will use to replace that mixer in 4 years' time. So every year you are removing money for that mixer, 20,000. By the time it is 5 years, you have 100,000 to buy another mixer. So of course, you know in Nigeria it's not available. So you do like double. okay? Because by the time you get to 5,000, you are talking about double or triple. So if you have 100,000, a meter is buying on the first 100,000, then you should be looking at 300,000. So it means that every year you are putting out like 60,000 from that, and that's part of your cost. That 60,000 is part of your cost. Somebody asked me one day, so there was a time I had to do costing for a group of people, you know, based on what I did. And somebody was asking me that this one day, that how will she break down, for example, that 60,000 naira coming from that visa per month? How will she break it down to the whole year? All you need to do, whether you are using it or not, you are still going to buy the visa in 5 years' time. Okay, so what you do to the 60,000, you divide it by the number of times you work in a month. Now, most of us don't work on Sunday, so you remove 5 days from the month, making it 25 days, right? So you divide the 60,000 divided by 25,000. Are we following? Yes. 60,000 divided by 25,000. Now that whatever you get now becomes what you will be adding to your cost every day. And then some people will say, well, I don't bake every day. So how do I add it? Now, whether you bake or you don't bake, it is your it is a permanent cost, if I should use that word. It's something you must add every month. So it means that there is a particular amount that whether you like it or not, as a business person, you must make that amount. If you don't make it, it means that you are losing. So whether you sell, you didn't sell, it means that you are losing. So if you are supposed to make like 100,000 in a month, for example, that 100,000 is already expensive that is already there, whether you bake or not. You as a person, the owner of the business, you're supposed to be on salary. So whether you bake or not, at the end of the month, you are supposed to be paid, right? Good. Then you have a location you are using. Whether you like it or not, landlord will not hear anything. So it might be your room, it might be your father's house, but you're supposed to be paying rent. So if you're not paying rent, well, they're just, having mercy on you. But you're supposed to be paying rent. So you put that rent. So at the end of the month, what the expenses, whether you bake or you don't bake, is maybe most likely 200,000. It means that on a monthly basis, you must at least make 200,000. If you don't make up to 200,000 as profit, it means you are already running on your capital. Am I communicating? Yes. It means that you are already running on your capital, and it means that you are already operating on a loss. So it means that every month you should be able to make that 200,000 naira as profit. I'm not saying make money. I'm not saying revenue. I'm talking about profit. You should be able to do it because from that profit you pay your rent, you pay this, you pay that. So you should be able to make the basic, like you said, the benchmark. You should be able to make at least 200,000 naira monthly, so that your expenses, which is already there, not optional, must be paid. I hope I've been able to explain certain things. Okay, so I think that's yeah. Labor.
Your labor is different. You have to, she's asking how we quantify labor. Your labor is totally different. But some of us want to say something.
Your labor depends on the number of people under your employment. Yes. You is one of the laborers that must be paid. So that's saying because it's my business, you will not, at the end of the month, you will not collect salary. As you see me like this, I will collect salary. Ask my people, they will pay you. I'm not the one calculating my salary. Manager, they calculate my salary. So at the end of the day, she compiles the payroll. And I get paid too.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't say because you are the owner of the business. So you are the number one employer of your business. You are the employee, and you are also the employer of your business. So at the end of the month, you will pay yourself. And that's what people ask this question: how much should I pay myself? I'm a graduate. I'm this, I'm that. If you look at, if I'm working in Airtel now, I'm supposed to be paid like 500,000. If I'm working in MTS now, the people in my level in MTS, they are collecting like 250,000 or 300,000. Sorry, how much can your business, if your business is going to employ somebody for that particular position, how much will you pay the person? Whatever it is that you're going to pay the person, that's what you pay yourself. Irrespective of all your overwhelming qualifications. There was a time in my business I was paying myself 50,000. Is it 50,000 that I'm worth? I'm worth more than 50,000. But that is what my business can afford to pay me at that time. As time goes on, you keep increasing your salary just like you increase your staff salary too. So whatever your business can afford to pay for that position, that is what you are worth at that time. Okay, that's what you are worth at that time. And sometimes you can employ yourself on what do they call it? Not full on a part-time basis.
Contract.
It is your business, but you employ yourself on a part-time basis because you do other things. Yeah. Go and collect your salary, so that please don't go that way.
Don't cheat the business.
Don't cheat the business. Go and collect your salary from there. After all, you are not giving the business 8 hours. So if you are employing somebody on a part-time basis and the person is giving 4 hours to the business, how much will you pay the person? That's what you should pay yourself. Am I communicating? Yes. So don't say I am a graduate and this and that and that. I'm supposed to be paid. Your business cannot afford 50,000 per month. So how are you going to be paid 200,000?
Just stand up.
It's a matter of percentage. You look at your productivity like you say, your productivity per day. If you are supposed to be running 10 cakes in a day, and you know that you are generating, let's say for instance, 100,000 per day, 5% of that is how much? That's 5,000 naira, right? That means in a day, 5,000 naira. Then you now divide it by 10. On each cake, 500 naira. It means that for your labor, on every cake, not profits, 500 naira. Because that is your productivity level that period. Like you want to buy a Chevy, you want to buy personal things and all. You not go and do that for your growing business. You're going to build the business. But you know, the system we operate most of the time is that, okay, we refuse to separate ourselves from the business, so we keep taking hands into the business. Like, was it immediately after COVID, I was angry because I'm still the one deciding. But I put it on my status, I think, that, hey, Prestige has refused to increase my salary. It's true, I was angry, like, this business, won't you increase my salary? It's all that I'm doing. But if you tell me that I need to work more so that the business can afford it, with due respect to as many people that closed down, that period, even now, bakers are actually really closing down. It's not because they are failed. It is simply lack of understanding. We need to understand, we need to be sincere to ourselves. We need to be sincere, be truthful to yourself. If you want to hire a staff, there's one post, I went to teach some ladies, and the thing I posted it on Instagram, one of them was laughing at me. I was asking them, if you are the manager, you know every criteria you expect from a salesperson. If that person did not meet up, you fire them, you query them, you fire them. What have you done to yourself? You want to collect 50,000 naira per hour or per day where you have not merited it. So don't be the CEO and chair CEO. Merit what you are accruing to yourself as bonus or salary. Most of us, we don't tell ourselves the truth, honestly. There are some simple things I need to buy or do. If I can't afford it, I leave it. It's as simple as that. So don't dip hand into the business money. It's not easy, but please, let's try. Don't dip hand into your business money. I also would say, Lara, if you tell her that one, if it is for her business, she won't listen. We have bills to pay. Immediately we came out of COVID, my landlord increased my rent by 100%. Yes. We didn't open throughout. My chief cook said, oh no, we should be cooking food in the area because that's the only thing they gave approval for. That we should continue with that. All the schools we were serving, they shut down and everything. So that we should start that. But different things ran through my head that I don't want to subject anybody to. I was seeing guys coming around, playing with them anyhow. I was just saying different nonsense. I immediately that gets in my head. I said, no, it's not a business I want to start. Neighborhood food selling? No. And we shut down, as in, we shut one kitchen, one bakery, shut down. And I was resuming. It's the lawyer that called to greet and introduce himself. I was telling him, I said, and the next thing I saw was letter of 100% increment. It's not for me. Am I ready to pay? Do I want to go and start scouting? I need to balance it. And also I don't say we can afford to pay. It's as in, because I'd written an official letter explaining everything happening. And he told me simply that it's the same thing they're also facing. And that is their own source of income. So it's for me to decide that I stay in the property or I'm going to get out. So I choose to pay. And I'm still there. Immediately after COVID, 100%. It's not the height of it. When mind had not even settled, many people went into depression, they have not recovered and all. And I'm resuming you are giving me letter. So basically that is it. Most times it's God, it's not about the savings, but please, it requires our discipline. 2024, I have not taken soda. Not because I don't want to take, but it's still part of the discipline process. So just set that in to yourself. Then have an accountability partner if you know you can't do it on your own. Please, any friend around me now, you must have a positive impact.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not a party person, not going, but anybody we're closely knitted. There is something that connects us together. We are positively impacting one another. So please don't meet and we are here now for how many hours? We get something from each other. By the time you go, don't just away your time. Even if it is at home, pick a small literature, read and have something to yourself. Most of the people that carry this thing all about, they are cashing out. Like now, there was a time I quickly resolved for neighborhood sales. There was a time, I keep saying that my customers are not in this area. But the day WhatsApp shut down for a few hours, that was what God used to retrace my steps, that I had to start reactivate my neighborhood sales. And I went through a strategy. In fact, I even got megaphone. No, seriously. I checked on Jumia, everything. I bought microphone, I bought megaphone. That I must find a way of reaching out to the people. I did school-free training. At least I can say most of them, and when they have cake, they will just send message. And I do the one that is their size. A child walking in the process, she wanted a cake. That's one girl like this. How much cake does she want? 2,500. It didn't even cover material. Where did you see the money? She has been saving. It's her teacher's birthday. And also, you are too small to complete the business. Give me your mommy's phone number. I spoke with her mom. Mom, scream. I said, Mommy, don't worry. We are going to do it. She said she has money. She has 2,500. I will collect the 2,500. I will send you the account details, but you must be the one to pay me because she's too young. And you know, we did that cake, and that school has not stopped coming. I did an 18th cake. You know, she was coming back from school the following day. She came upstairs to come and meet me, so tell me thank you. And I wrote a story about her because I just fell in love with her. The mind, she was saving her lunch money for her teacher's birthday. I could have given her for free, but no, I was passing a message. And she paid for that cake. She came back. I think she should be like maybe like GS1 or 2 now. I think 25 or GS1. That's a child that has a heart to be. But what am I talking about? Impacting the community. It's a strategy for me, but now that's a plus. That school, I've gained some clients from there. So it might just be that one free cake, that one small thing. No, me, I don't go about giving free cake anymore. I'm not. It's not because of economy I stop. I stop because I have paid my dues. I don't do free tasting for couple anymore because I have paid my dues. There was a time I'm the one that will be pursuing them to come for cake tasting. I'm the one that run from office to office. I bought my business on my head. I was running from office to office. Anywhere I enter, I must talk about my business. But now, honestly, I've relaxed. If you ask me for cake tasting, I politely send you a message, send you different sizes. The smallest, I have 2,000 naira. If your order is up to so amount, I refund your tasting money. So, if you have, maybe you got us by referral or whatever. So I don't do say tasting, sampling anymore. But when I was doing it, I made a beg people. I would do varieties. I will take it around. So at different times. So God will see us. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for all that we've heard from you and the other facilitators. I want to ask you now, if you're to sell this particular cake in front of you, how much will this go for in today's Nigeria?
Okay. In today's Nigeria, as it is, the only thing is going to cost me now is 100 naira. No, 150 for my topper, 20 naira for the stick, 30 naira for the gum. That's 200 naira extra. You hear all I've listed. So you must calculate everything. Don't just say you are using topper. Then that gum, are you having the money? So that's 200 naira extra now for this cake. I will sell it for 18,000 naira. That is the least. 18,000. I can't sell it less than 18,000 naira. So now, if I have some customers, the goodies, that want to buy this cake for 25,000, what I would do, see, for every order that comes out of the place, if they have paid that extra, give them something. I have fillings. I can add a caramel filling in between. I can add small Nutella in between. There's a lady there, from inception, she's still glued to me. She said there's something that come out of Lara's cake. Not only Nutella, or sometimes chocolate spread, something in between. Yes. Do you understand? But if you are on the level of the threshold sales, 18,000, even if it's 17.5, I'm not going to sell.
Ma, besides this,
8 inches. Yes. Some will sell more, but 750. So some will sell more, but the least it should not be less than. And you can see, I don't have box ball on the body. Are you with me? There are no box balls. So don't go and pack everything now. 3 layer, you're not selling this for 18,000. There, it's waiting. So any extra thing you are adding is at it. And if you're not adding ribbon, you're not adding anything, only your cake box. Cake box that will carry this one now, I think it's 500 naira now. Yes. 400. Depending on the quality one. I use
depending on the strong one.
Yes. Please buy good boxes. Don't do minimum standard, please. Minimum standard. All those fele boxes, don't join them. Rain is drizzling, and the person you said to go and deliver cake will now not get there. No, it's wrong. Please buy good quality box. Yes. Yes.
not for just
Baking soda, no baking soda. There are some that call for it, but this particular one calls for only baking soda. And salt. Because you have your 2 eggs, it's also a rising agent, you have your sugar, this is a little body. And red velvet is no sponge cake. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. Buttermilk. Yes. Are you going to allow it to go? That's what I said before. That's why, what was I doing after I I said my buttercream was rising, my buttermilk was activating. I think I was doing something. We need color. No, you add it. Yes. No, don't put it. This is sweat bad. Please. Except it is whipped cream. If it is buttercream, please refrigerate, not freezer. If you are delivering it the next day, you don't even need to refrigerate.
She has a question to ask.
Yes, ma'am. No, go ahead, ma'am.
My question is the recipe you gave for this, is it only meant for stencil butter?
No. Can you use it for fondant? Can you use it for
normal
but
butter?
if you are doing fondant with your red velvet, especially the all base, do paneling. Don't do blankets. Don't cover streets. Cover the top separate, the sides separate. Otherwise, you'll be applying too much pressure on you.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm talking about the butter cream here.
Yes.
Is it only meant for, okay, if you want to do steps?
And who is celebrating? Acabado Fondante. Our color back can judge the cake freedom to explore your creativity, sleek and style, easy to use. Acabado Fondante, a perfect finishing. What is a cake? Cakes without great. With every great cake comes a great recipe. Colors are the essence of the celebration. With Acabado Fondante, it tells you can judge the cake and by its cover is celebrating. Soft, sleek, easy our to color use. Banks gives the freedom to explore your Acabado Fondante and style. A perfect finishing. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. Cakes are great. With every great cake comes what is a great recipe. Cake without pops of colors. With Acabado Fondante, colors can judge the cake of the celebration. Soft, sleek, easy to use. It tells you what and who is Acabado Fondante. Our color bashing gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finish. Cakes are great. With every great cake comes a great recipe. With Acabado Fondante, a cake can judge the cake of by its cover. Soft, sleek, easy to colors use. Are the essence of the celebration. Acabado Fondante, a perfect. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Cakes are great. With every great cake color comes a perfect recipe. With Acabado Fondante, you can judge the cake by its cover. Soft, what sleek, is easy to use without pops of colors. Acabado Fondante, a perfect colors finishing. Are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color back cake gives the freedom to explore with every great creativity and style. Great recipe. Acabado Fondante, you can judge the cake by its cover. Soft, sleek, easy to use. Acabado Fondante is a perfect finishing without pops of colors. Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you cakes are great and who with every great cake comes a our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity. Acabado Fondante, you can judge the cake by its cover. Acabado color, soft, sleek, easy to use. Acabado fondante, a perfect finisher. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. With every great cake comes a great recipe. It tells you what and who is celebrated. With Acabado fondante, our color bank can judge the cake to explore by its cover, creativity, soft and style, easy to use. Acabado fondante, a perfect finishing. What is a cake? Cakes are great of color. With every great cake comes a great colors are the essence of the celebration. With Acabado fondante, it tells you what can judge the cake and who by its cover. Celebrate soft, sleek, our color back.
Did you see that experience? You can never beat experience. Did you notice that today?
Yes.
It's not all about, and like I told you earlier, it's not all about sugar crafting, icing cake, and all of that. Look at the question and answer session. It is loaded. For those of us that are listening,
She's our boss.
For those of us that are listening, you know that it is loaded. It is highly loaded. So please go back and review your costing again. For me, most times I recommend at least 40% markup. Okay, 40% markup. You know me, I cannot do 40% markup in production. If you do that one, it's only you that will buy your product. It's only you that buy your product. We never see 5% markup set. Seriously. We have not even seen.
But it rolls out the number.
Yes.